Look, if anything is clear, it is that there's a lot to talk about on the breakfast front, and people feel passionately about their breakfast or lack of it. Joining us right now, Crystal Higgins, who is a registered dietitian, a nutrition coach as well. And so you look at this idea, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Fact or fiction?
It's very controversial. People are very opinionated about this, like you say, but I really feel like breakfast is very important to maintaining balanced eating habits throughout the day. And I think defining what breakfast is also very important. So,
but I'm getting the sense that you don't feel it's super important for everyone.
I think everyone has individual needs. So you want to treat everyone based on their own individual situation and make the best recommendations for them.
Where, I'm curious, where did the notion come from that breakfast is universally the most important meal of the day? I mean, was it a marketing invention, or once upon a time was there actual legitimate research that said, you know what, we think this is true?
You know, that's a good question. I really don't know where that came from, but what I do know is that it is really important to think about getting everything from our diet. So that becomes really difficult if you're relying on only 2 meals a day. So that's why that third meal is important, is to make sure that we're getting everything we need in terms of protein and fiber and calcium and fruits and veggies. It's just another opportunity to boost your nutrition.
And so, I mean, I think it's fair to say you're pro-breakfast to some extent. What have you noticed in people who eat breakfast compared to those who say, you know what, look, I'm just not hungry, so I don't eat breakfast?
Yes, I definitely notice that those that eat breakfast tend to have healthier eating habits throughout the day. Their meals tend to be more balanced, and they're less likely to overeat towards the end of the day. Oftentimes when I see a food record and there's no breakfast, typically they've had a large late night meal or even a snack before going to bed, such as even eating a bowl of cereal before going to bed. So it would make sense that, you know, they're not hungry for breakfast in the morning.
So if someone did come up to you and said, I don't eat breakfast because I'm just not hungry, immediately you sort of question that and you think, well, there's probably a negative reason for that?
Yeah, I would be curious. I would probe as to why that's happening. And our bodies are very good at adapting over a long period of time. So if you've gone 5 or 10 or more years without having breakfast, your body's conditioned not to be hungry first thing in the morning. So not that you need to eat right at 7 or 8 in the morning. It could even be a mid-morning snack, but I really feel it is important to have something before noon.
You eat breakfast?
I do,
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
This morning I had my overnight oats.
Okay. Fair enough. Crystal Higgins, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you. My pleasure.